Cartoon Network entered the new millennium with a bang. Original shows like Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Powerpuff Girls, and Codename Kids Next Door were blockbuster hits. The network was also responsible for furthering the anime boom of the early 2000s with acquisitions including Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Dragon Ball, Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Tenchi Muyo, and many more. During the late 90s and early 2000s, Toonami served as the premier space for action cartoons and anime after school. Friday nights were dedicated to premieres of original programming under the Cartoon Fridays block. While the network was riding high, executives were still looking for new ways to innovate the first 24-hour Cartoon Network. By 2004, the network had been operating for nearly 12 years and the brand was in need of a refresh. Most of the Hanna-Barbera programming that dominated the network was migrated over to sister network Boomerang to make room for even more original content. Two of the only classic Hanna-Barbera series to stick around for the long run were Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry. The Cartoon moniker used to denote original programming was also dropped, renaming CCF to simply Fridays. Most importantly, Toonami was no longer the after-school programming block, as much of its programming from 2003 onward was seen by parents and the network to be too violent to be shown during the daytime hours. I mean, I guess going from Hamtaro to Rurouni Kenshin Yu Yu Hakusho, or even at one point Evangelion, can be a little jarring for some. In April 2004, Toonami moved from having a weekday schedule to only airing once a week on Saturday nights for 4 hours, replacing Saturday Video Entertainment System, another attempt by Cartoon Network at a Saturday night action lineup. A replacement block for the weekday lineup was needed, and William Street stepped in to create what was essentially a lighter, friendlier version of their Toonami block. From outer space to the deep sea, this is Miguzi on Cartoon Network. Miguzi launched on Monday, April 19, 2004 from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. The first lineup included Totally Spies, which had already been airing on the network independently for almost a year, the network premieres of Code Lyoko and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and ending the day with Teen Titans. While Miguzi was the new weekday home for action programming, not even Teen Titans premiered new episodes on the block, instead finding its home on Toonami later in 2004. The block's bumpers featured music composed by Brent Busby and see a human girl named Erin take a trip to an undersea hideout to spend time with her monster friends Remo, Bass, Tweet, Dr. Monitor, Trey, Flip, and Curly. While these bumpers weren't as varied as Toonami's music videos or game reviews, they often featured the cast getting into humorous situations. I personally think they had great contrast with Toonami's space theme, and the monster designs were pretty unique for the time, especially for television-level CGI. Shortly after Miguzi premiered, Cartoon Network itself underwent an entire rebranding effort with the City era, starting on Monday, June 14, 2004. Miguzi also began airing a Sunday block on June 20th from 3 to 5 p.m., focused on reruns from the previous week.
Titans, go!
Starting September 12th, the Sunday block's format was changed, now showcasing a marathon of one specific Miguzi show each week as voted by viewers online. The block conducted its first call-in sweepstakes contest on Friday, September 24th. Named the LEGO Knights Kingdom Sweepstakes, where the grand prize winner received a life-size LEGO model of Jayco, plus a LEGO shield, the complete 2004 collection of LEGO Knights Kingdom sets, 80 Knights Kingdom game cards, and the LEGO Knights Kingdom video game for Game Boy Advance. October 4th brought the first schedule change for the block with Transformers Energon, replacing Code Lyoko, which finished its first season run 5 months prior. DC Comics property Static Shock would make its Miguzi premiere on October 18th. In November, the Make a Monster Piece contest was held through CartoonNetwork.com. The lucky winner of the contest, Kyler Spears, got his submitted drawing turned into a character for the block. Starting on January 22, 2005, Miguzi began airing on Saturdays from 5 to 7 p.m. leading into Toonami. The Sunday block's marathon format was ditched the next day in favor of a standard Miguzi lineup. The only show exclusive to the Saturday lineup was new episodes of Rave Master, airing until April 2nd before moving back to its original Toonami time slot. Monday, February 8, 2005, saw the removal of TMNT from weekday Miguzi after running 70 episodes. The network aired 5 extra premiere episodes outside the block from March 15th until April 5th. Reruns remained a part of the weekend Miguzi lineup until July 3rd. The weekday Miguzi schedule would not see another edition until April 11th with Megas XLR, airing only until May 2nd. Winx Club took its place on the 16th. In June, Cartoon Network began adding more shows from their regular schedule to the block. The first of these being Crypto the Superdog, making its Miguzi premiere on the 20th and leaving exactly 2 months later. The Cartoon Network original, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee, aired for 1 week only during the week of August 15th. Code Lyoko returned to take its place on August 22nd, and Winx Club would leave by the end of that week. The Saturday lineup added Pokemon Master Quest on August 27th, and Static aired regularly for the last time on October 9th. Miguzi held its second and last call-in sweepstakes 2 days before that on October 7th, once again with LEGO to promote the 2005 wave of Bionicle toy sets. Miguzi began airing Yu-Gi-Oh! GX on Monday, October 10th, and Codename Kids Next Door joined on the 31st, airing until the end of the year. Sunday, December 18th marked the last time Miguzi aired on a weekend afternoon, and 2006 would have big changes in store. On Monday, January 2nd, Miguzi's time slot shifted back 1 hour earlier, now airing from 4 to 6 p.m. With that change came the arrival of One Piece reruns, which had already been airing new episodes on Toonami since April of the previous year. For anyone asking, yes, it's the 4Kids dub.
How did that happen?
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum.
Teen Titans aired its series finale in the block on January 16th, leaving the show on a cliffhanger. April 3rd marked the debut of another Cartoon Network rebrand, the Yes Era. On that day, Zatch Bell reruns replaced One Piece. On May 15th, Yu-Gi-Oh! Left, Kids Next Door got a second chance on the block, and Pokemon earned a premiere weekday time slot as the network was preparing to become the exclusive home for Pokemon in the next few months. June 5th brought Ben 10 to the block in place of Totally Spies, which was now off the block for good. That summer, Miguzi's packaging saw a major overhaul due to a downsized budget. Out were the CG environments and Aaron in favor of more simplistic 2D animated bumpers featuring the monster characters. July 24th saw Zatch being replaced by Teen Titans, and August 14th saw the return of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, booting off Kids Next Door once again. Code Lyoko returned on September 25th in place of Ben 10 to prepare for the next season. Robot Boy and Pokemon Chronicles joined in on November 6 while the Titans left for the last time. Robot Boy didn't last very long on the block as Ben 10 was brought in to replace it just shy of a month later on December 4th. The last schedule change of 2006 saw the return of Juniper Lee from December 11th through the 29th. January 2007 immediately showed signs that Miguzi's cancellation was near. On the 2nd, the block briefly aired Team Galaxy, another show from Marathon, the production company behind Totally Spies. Only 4 episodes of the series aired on the block before being pulled, and the network aired 13 episodes total as part of its regular schedule. On January 10th, the block lost a time slot, now only airing for 90 minutes a day, with Naruto reruns taking the 5:30 slot without Miguzi's branding, leaving only Ben 10 and Pokemon on the block before Yu-Gi-Oh! GX returned from January 16th until February 23rd. Xiaolin Showdown would go on to replace it on the 26th. Mucha Lucha joined the block on March 19th, replacing Ben 10 until the decision was reversed on April 23rd, when the final schedule appeared. Ben 10, Pokemon Chronicles, and Pokemon Battle Frontier. May 28, 2007 saw no Miguzi in sight, meaning a very unceremonious cancellation the previous Friday. We wouldn't get word on the block's replacement until around September with the announcement of Master Control. Master Control premiered on Monday, September 24th in Miguzi's time slot. I'll let the promo do the explaining.
Take
command of Cartoon Network. Enter Master Control. Get online and choose the team you want to join. Then vote for your favorite Cartoon Network shows. The more votes your team has, the more powerful it becomes. And every day, the strongest teams will go head-to-head to see who will dominate and get their favorite shows on Cartoon Network. Your team, your shows. Decide, conquer, rule after school with Master Control. Weekdays from 4 to 6, only on Cartoon Network.
It didn't last very long, ending on November 9th, 2007 with Team Shadowmark taking the win. Master Control got replaced by the Funny for Your Face block the following Monday, which, as the name implies, solely focused on the network's original and comedic programming. Miguzi was a neat and fun attempt by Cartoon Network to get a younger audience into action shows at the time. While it was certainly no Toonami, it absolutely served its purpose in giving children another space to watch action cartoons after school, with bits of uniqueness sprinkled in between. While this block may not be as fondly remembered as its sister except for being the block that took over Toonami, it definitely deserves to be looked at in detail just as much as any other part of Cartoon Network's history.